So I was sent a video about someone, I guess, who I was not aware of this person before, but someone who was on this app, I guess, constantly promoting that they were working with Hecate, and now they are renouncing all of that work. And I mostly got, girl, did you see this? But one of you was like, are you going to do this too? Because I don't think I would have responded unless I got that. Because I just talked about this in my church group the other day. And I tried to talk about it one time on TikTok, and I actually lost in real life, well, not friend, but a real life acquaintance because they thought I handled it so badly. So let me try again. We are going to see a rise of people going to the woo, looking to something else for an answer. Okay. This is why deconstruction is so important and really understanding why you are doing what you're doing. If you think that you still need to worship somebody out of fear or that they can protect you, I feel sorry for you, but us spiritualists, us woo people who practice on the fringe, we have to be very careful of these people because they're going to start turning to us. The North Node is in Pisces now, okay? When they get afraid, they go back to Jesus, or when they don't get what they want, you know what they get? Something like the witch trial. I think because this is common. We saw Kat Von D. Shit, even the big, always get the Doloreses mixed up, but I don't want to do that. But that big, angel cards. Now she renounced it, went to G. You're gonna see that. First of all, I think it's like a fascist thing. Seeing them do that, people know what's coming. This is why I've had a hard time because a lot of the spiritual shit, it is a grift. A lot of people use it as that. A lot of people go where the money is, or also understand when there's going to be a shift in energy. If you are like a new practicing astrologer or new tarot reader, this is why I talk to my patrons about it. Watch out because people will come to you, but then as soon as they get afraid or you can't quell their fear or meet their need, you're the one that gets chewed up and spit out. And I am not, this is what people got mad at me for last time. If that girl is really scared and really, yeah, I rolled my eyes. I can't help it. I don't think so with the little bit I've watched. We're now just pulling was in spiritual psychosis. Sounds to me like, oh, we're all in spiritual psychosis. What can we buy now? Anyway, this is going to happen. And this is going to happen more than once with the node switch. People are going to dance back and forth with like their intuition, and what they've been taught is what it should be, what it should look like. Fear. This is why like times right now we have to work on ourselves. At Blue Sky, I've gotten so many comments about like, oh, you just excuse, racism and try to justify self-work. I'm not excusing racism, but it does start with the self. I feel like that's kind of the issue here. You are going to have to know what you know. You're going to have to figure out what your values are, not what they told you to be. What are your values? What would you fight for? What would you die for? What happens when you're scared and you hear something go bump in the night? Do you feel intuitive and like powerful enough in yourself to say, hey, leave me alone? Or do you need to run to church? No hate either way, but this is a time when we need to figure out, because this is a time when everyone is free falling, just grabbing shit because we are just in this weird, like my sister says, primordial soup. But practitioners, be careful, be safe. Remember I made that video about getting ordained? It's kicking up again. That's why we are going to have to watch ourselves. A couple of people were mad at me that I didn't do church the day that TikTok went black. I didn't because I knew that I could not quell people and people would just be going to my Patreon because TikTok wasn't there. And I had to protect me and my girls. And I want you to protect yourself. That's why we've been calling our power back. That's why we're talking about our intuition. Everything's going to be gaslighty, manipulative, all over the place. It's going to be up, down, all around. It's going to be very confusing. It's going to be hard to know where this line ends and the other one begins. So that's why we have to be focused and true in ourself and what we know. Just watch out to the people who are running to you for an answer, who are running to you for a fix, who are running to you for answers. This is why I read the way I do. I do not tell people what to do. I do not tell people what's coming. I read like a forecast and I give you the choice. That way you can never put me up on a pedestal that you can fucking kick the fuck down again. Trust me, I've been through it quite a few times and in a red ass state. I do this dance, okay? And then become a witch one day and then fucking curse my name the next. Say I need Christ. They all know that I know Christ a lot more than most of them. Anyway, that was a long rant, but I just want everyone to protect themselves right now. And I want you to understand what's coming. There is going to be a rush, an interest. We are going to grow. I do think there is going to be a separation between the grift and the real healer. That's going to take some time, and it's going to take some digging, and it's going to take some chaos, which is what we're dipping into. I feel like I've already seen a bit of censorship, my FYP has just totally changed. I don't see witch talk. I don't see any of my readers. I haven't even seen another astrologer unless I've gone and looked. So maybe the rush to us has already happened, but I don't think so. But anyway. You're not alone, no matter what.